That was our wonderful junior ROTC. We service all 7 high schools here at our campus, so we're super proud of them. We have a little bit of show for you, a little bit of presentation, and then we will get started with the goodies over here to our left. If I could introduce our special guest. First, we have Dr. Cavazos, Superintendent of Schools. We have President Mays of the school board. Ms. Sarah McMurray, as well as the school board. We have Mr. Strand, former principal. Got to show him. I would like to, 3 more individuals. Mr. Holmquist is our teacher perspective, so I want to give him kudos for sharing tonight. As well as Miss Gloria Martinez. She's our student perspective, and I'll share about her. And as this is only my 4th year, but I do want to give kudos to the current staff and the retired staff, teachers, counselors, and office staff, TAs that are here. So if you were a former employee of Newcomer, would you stand up, please, if you've worked for Newcomer? Thank you for... All right. Well, I do apologize. We missed the 25th anniversary. If you noticed that, COVID got a lot of things out of whack. But nonetheless, here we are, 26 years. You know, I think about 26 years ago, and I was an awkward 16-year-old boy in high school in southern Arkansas, not having a clue of what I would be doing. Never once did I think I would be a principal, nor did I think I would be the principal of a Newcomer Center. But here we are, and how, my goodness, how we've been able to change things for the good. Our Newcomer Center, to me, is a daily reflection of the love and compassion that we show all children as they enter our schools. We embrace the students no matter their journey they've just been on. The more I reflect on that, and over these years as being the principal, I reflect on the journey, like literally a journey. Like they all have a story and a journey, and many of you are with us here today, and we appreciate you coming. We welcome them, we provide them the best learning possible while supporting language acquisition. Many days I see new students that are quiet with little to no English language, and I see the growth and confidence in them as they exude over the next 2 years that they're here. I see the smile come out. I see that young child grow into a confident teenager. And we help them, and I smile because we've now helped them be successful. We've helped them successful with the language as well as education and schooling in the U.S. There are many major items that mean so much to me and our teachers and staff here, so kudos to you all. Patience, kindness, compassion, and true support for the betterment of the child. As you walk the halls, you truly see that. I want to share a few individuals that we will be talking about that I want you to know. Miss Karen Doyle will share a piece written by Miss Pedroza. We will move that to after our student perspective, so just know that we'll move that over. Also, we'll have our teacher perspective by Mr. Edwin Holmquist. He's taught here 16 years at Newcomer. It's always engaging, always energetic as he teaches our junior high students. Any day you can walk by his classroom, he's connected, animated, and supporting students to success. As a snapshot for pre-COVID, and I know this is kind of some data, but our math department had 95% of our students show growth from one year to the next, and 75% met the state standards for math. It's just an example of Mr. Holmquist, Ms. Pedroza, Ms. Bayruthi, and our math teachers, and how well they support our students. I kind of say the proof's in the pudding, and that's kind of the country version, but the proof is in the pudding. So Mr. Holmquist and you all, thank you for that. Mr. Holmquist was born in Venezuela, and our students connect to him very well, and he's going to speak here tonight. We also have our Newcomer student perspective by Miss Gloria Martinez. No, she's not a current student. Maybe you'd want to hear that, but she's a student that went here in junior high. She taught 6 years, 3 at Bowie High School, and now she's an assistant principal at Grand Prairie High School. I know Larry in South Grand Prairie is super proud to have you on his team, and so are we, as well as a referee in soccer. So kudos to you and your journey as you've transcended your journey here. We hope that you become a principal and so forth in the future. But we are very appreciative of our school board members attending tonight, as this is a special moment for us. Dr. Cavazos, I will introduce him and we will move on. Dr. Cavazos joined the district in 1999 as the Assistant Superintendent of Instruction. He served as interim deputy and then also became the full-time deputy superintendent in 2009. More importantly, became our superintendent in 2012. Superintendent of Texas, of all of Texas in 2016. Kudos to Dr. Cavazos. Come on up, Dr. Cavazos. Who would have thought that Newcomer was only 3 years old when Dr. Cavazos came to our district? And Dr. Cavazos has always had a special place in his heart for our school, our teachers, and more importantly, our students. So Dr. Cavazos, thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Meeks. Thank you, Mr. Meeks. Let's give Mr. Meeks a round of applause because he doesn't get that very often. So thank you so much, and thank you for the invitation and the opportunity to share a few words with you on behalf of our entire district. The Newcomer Center has truly, Mr. Meeks, as you said, has a special place in my heart because of the lives that have been changed because of the Newcomer Center. The lives that we will never know the complete change it had on some individuals. But I can tell you every time I visit the Newcomer Center, there's a joy in our student population and our teachers because every day you get to see the development of someone in language that begins to open doors, begins to open different doors. And when you see that on a daily basis, it's very inspiring. And you get the great fortune as teachers and staff members to see that. And students, you have the opportunities to be in a situation where you are loved. You are loved because of who you are and because of the fact that we're helping you and you're helping us. And so Newcomer has done this now for 26 years. I too wondered if we're celebrating 25 or 26, but apparently it's 26. But we've done it for 26 years, year after year. Many students come in and out of Newcomer Center. And then you hear their stories of the success that they've had, the success you've had, and the appreciation you have for Newcomer Center. I often say Newcomer is one of our best kept secrets because so much happens here, that it's hard to encapsulate in a few words of what happens between the students, the teachers, and their success. So on behalf of the district, and I'm so interested and glad to see some of our staff members that have worked here at Newcomer before. The former principal, Mr. Strand, if you remember, Mr. Strand helped us at different campuses, and I had to come to Newcomer to tell you that I'm going to put Mr. Strand somewhere else and all that, and you all were very gracious until I left, and then I know what you said. But Mr. Strand helped us a lot, and never ending is the love that the teachers have for our students. So I'm going to say a few words in Spanish. Every time I come to Newcomer, first of all, being bilingual, you feel like you have different skill sets. But when you come to Newcomer, being bilingual is like, there's so many other languages that I don't know. So the only other language I know is Spanish. So I'm going to say a few words in Spanish. Don't worry if you don't speak Spanish. I'm not really saying anything that I haven't already said in English. And you'll never know. No, I'm kidding. You'll know. Okay, so de parte de su superintendente, los estudiantes y los padres, muchas gracias por todo lo que hacen. El Newcomer Center es un lugar muy especial Es especial para mí como superintendente porque yo sé las vidas que ha cambiado el Newcomer Center. Las vidas que cambia todos los días. Porque ustedes están obteniendo lenguaje y teniendo oportunidades nuevas todos los días. Y les agradezco el trabajo duro que hacen los estudiantes y los padres que los apoyan. Porque esa conexión con la escuela de Newcomer es por eso que tenemos 26 años de éxito. Y los maestros y los principales y todos los que trabajan aquí, con ese amor que les dan a ustedes, es por eso que hacemos lo que hacemos, por ustedes. Y ustedes lo repagan para mejorarse ustedes y mejorar a la comunidad de Arlington y todo el mundo. So, on behalf of our school district, I said in English and Spanish, I know there's 100 more languages, but those are the two I know. And I just thank you on behalf of our school district for being such great students, a great school, great staff, great principal. And I encourage you to have another 26 years. Is that right, Mr. Meeks? You'll be around. I'll try, he says. All right, so enjoy your celebration. Thank you for inviting me, and let's have a great time. Thank you.
My name is Edwin Holmquist, and I was asked to say a few words, so I keep it simple. Like I say, I was asked to say a few words about my perspective of being a teacher here at the Newcomer Center. Like it was mentioned before, I've been a teacher for 17, but 16 of those years were here at the Newcomer Center. And it has been a great, great experience. I landed the job as a 7th and 8th grade math teacher after getting a tip from Michelle. And Michelle Hill, and I know you are here, and I already thank you. We were at a softball game, and I had lost my job. And I told Michelle, well, I lost my job. And she said, well, why don't you apply at the Newcomer Center? So I did, and here I am. My students and I have a lot in common, a lot of things in common, which may be the reason why I enjoy working here so much. Like all my students, I was at one time a newcomer myself, and I still consider myself a newcomer because I'm an English language learner. Another thing my students and I have in common is that I know what it is to struggle academically. For a variety of reasons, I started to fall behind academically right before starting high school, especially in math. And since math is foundational, my basic structure was weak, and I could not build upon solidly. I rely on tutors, peers, and eventually long hours of hard work to fill the academic holes that I had. Now, I make sure that I use the same techniques, that I use all the teaching techniques that I can to make sure that my students don't go through the same things that I did. I use techniques such as scaffolding, visual representations. Sometimes I yell and scream. As a matter of fact, this is what I got today because I'm always mad. And so I try to do whatever I need, whatever I can, to build that foundation for my kiddos. So teaching here at the Newcomer Center has been a labor of love. We try to educate and nurture our students before they go and face the real world. They come to us with all kinds of challenges, and our job is to ensure that we change those challenges into opportunities. The biggest joy we experience as teachers at the Newcomer Center is to learn about the successes that our former students, like, tell me your name again, I'm sorry. Gloria has achieved, which it really enlightens my heart and our hearts all over, teachers at Newcomer Center. There is one in particular that always comes to mind. Her name is Amanpreet Kaur, and she was with us about 7 years ago or so. And to me, she represents what all the newcomer students have the opportunity to be at one time, if you put your heart and hard work on it. She graduated from high school with an associate degree from the Arlington Collegiate. She was our first nominee, and she was accepted, and she did fantastic. I went to her graduation at UTA, and this year, we have 2 more that are gonna go. I'm sorry. Jad Malabi and Nelly Hernandez were accepted, and that reflects our hard work that we do here. And we have others that are going to the other technical schools at Bowie, and I don't know what the other one's, some Martinez School or something. So anyhow, we're sending more students this year than ever before. So we're doing something good. So I feel blessed to have the opportunity to teach here at the Newcomer Center. I am where I belong, and I think we all belong, all our teachers belong here, formers and current teachers, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you.
First of all, I do want to apologize. I didn't know that I had to give a speech today, so this is coming from just right now. Really quick, I do want to say that in the district where I work or I've been, I'm known as Miss Resendiz. I came to the States when I was 14. I came to Newcomer Center. From here, I went to Bowie High School for 4 years. From there, I went to TCC, still in Arlington, then UT Arlington. Then I obtained my master's. And then I was lucky enough that one of my districts paid for my second master's to become an assistant principal. And that is Miss Resendiz. But going back 14 years before, I want to go back to Gloria, the person that came here for a reason. And all of us, I will say that every student that comes to Newcomer comes for a reason. My reason was that my mom was sick. She had breast cancer, and we were going through difficult times. I don't think any of my teachers knew this. I still see Miss Pedroza, Mr. Norman, because I didn't want to open up. First of all, I didn't speak the language to be able to communicate what I was going through. And second, I just didn't want to talk about the problems that I had going at home. And I just feel like, just like me, there's many, many, many of them that are going through something. And I do want to say thanks to all my teachers here, because they made a difference in my life. And they don't even know that. Or maybe they do. I hope they do. But going back to that, what was Newcomer for me? For me, Newcomer was more than a place to learn, obviously. I think every teacher gives more than content language. They give love, just like you said. Every teacher, and I can testify that, gave me so much love. They made me feel safe, and they made me feel like I belonged in here. And it's thanks to them that I am where I am right now. And I appreciate everything that each one of you guys did. I remember every single story from Ms. Pedroza telling us about your wedding. And we were family. She will tell us about her wedding, how excited she was. And it was awesome for us to understand and be part of it. Or we felt like we were part of it. Mr. Norman, we will joke around. Ms. Owens, Ms. Ramos, all my teachers, there was not a holiday that they would not give us candy, which it was awesome. Those are the things that I remember from this place. So I just want to say that I appreciate all of you guys for giving us the tools that we need. Thanks for making this place a safe place for us to be part of. And you guys really, really make a difference. And sometimes you don't even know what we're going through, but you're still there for each one of us. So I just want to say thank you.
three more people. One, Miss Madeline Villarreal has really supported me over the last few years, not going into detail, but Miss Madeline, I appreciate your support. So if we could give her one round of applause. And I would say between Miss Madeline and Miss Odabasa, give Miss Odabasa a round of applause. She's my assistant principal, and between those two, they're the ones who really help run Newcomer Center, so kudos to y'all for your hard work. Miss Karen Doyle, Miss Pedroza will come up afterwards. I do appreciate the committee that put this together, bringing old friends and old staff together, and once they're done, we're dismissed. Please feel free to socialize, enjoy these refreshments, and have a great evening. We appreciate you.
I'm Karen Doyle, and I am the art teacher for our Newcomer students. I have been with Newcomer since 2001, so this is my 21st year with Newcomer. I think I'm the third oldest, maybe in the fourth or fifth oldest person who's currently still at Newcomer. So I'm going to be reading a poem that Brenda Pedroza wrote about the story of Newcomer Center. And we will have a slide presentation that will coordinate with it. So we have not worked this out together, so hopefully it'll mesh. 96 was the year. Arlington decided it had no fear. Let's put a staff together, led by Davy, and see what happens. Maybe? Classes were packed. Did you see Woo's room with kids front to back? Students from all over the planet, let's teach them all in one place and see if we can man it. Gilbert taught and helped lead as we shared a principal in Tuggle. Then, eventually, got our own principal, White, after much struggle. Over the years, we were led by Strybosh and Strand. Now we have Meeks as our upper hand. So many programs and activities we've had. Who remembers Extended Day? The softball team, the dances that weren't so bad. And did you ever see our kiddos compete in the regatta? Norman, Greenstein, and Lamb made cardboard float. Now that's something to be proud of. Summer school has always been a lot of fun for Ramos and Pedroza, who traveled the world with their kids 1 year out in the Ponderosa. Field day was always a student and staff highlight. From sports to relay races, to teachers having pies in the faces. It was all right. Student programs involving leadership and community, like Girl Scouts and Key Club, provided great opportunities. Did you know Teague held a science fair every year? Such a fun display of hard work students did here. Art shows from Doyle's class showed a lot of style and always made staff and families smile. The multicultural celebration has been a great way to finish off the year. Music, dancing, talent, and food all made us cheer. We moved out of Workman and arrived at Ferguson in 2015. Our many country flags joined us so they could continue to be seen. And today, we continue to grow and change in the world and our newcomers that arrive. Here's to the next 26 years for all who walk through our doors to thrive. Here at Newcomer, we have had many successful stories over the years, and we want to just showcase just a few of our former students. This is Dulce. She is from Mexico, and she was a newcomer dragon in junior high. She is currently a manager at a Chick-fil-A in Arkansas while going to school. She has put herself through school with no assistance and will be graduating next month, ready to be a physical therapy assistant. This is Carla, and she is from Peru. She studied here in junior high. She also put herself through school. Carla has been a teacher for AISD for 7 years and is currently at McNutt Elementary, and she loves her school. Here we have Jennifer and Christian. She is from Colombia, and he is from El Salvador. They met here at Newcomer High School and have been married for 3 years. Last year, they welcomed their little girl into the world. They live in Florida, where Jennifer is a real estate agent and Christian is a subcontractor. Finally, I'd like to share our future successes with you. Here are two of our current students, Ali and Julnar Abdallah. They are a brother and sister team. They are both have been accepted to the AISD Cosmetology School for this coming fall. Ali would like to be a barber, and Julnar already has her cosmetology license from Jordan. So she's going to be getting hers while she is here. Here are Amanda, Dad, Nellie, and Aldo, who are currently 8th grade students studying here. Amanda has been accepted to the P-Tech program at Bowie High School. Dad, Nellie, and Aldo will be studying at the Arlington Collegiate High School. I'd like to give all of our students a wonderful congratulations to all of their hard work and efforts that have paid off greatly.
All right, again, kudos to the committee. Thank you all. I think that's a perfect representation of the great work that's done here and that we will continue to do here no matter the future that we have. So thank you, and everyone please enjoy the refreshments. Have a good evening.